Welcome to www.theaustraliantest.com, your trusted resource for Australian citizenship test preparation with 12 years of experience. In this video, we will present 20 unique multiple-choice questions drawn directly from the official guide, Australian Citizenship, Our Common Bond. Each question comes with a detailed explanation to enhance your understanding. Please do not skip and watch continuously for the best learning experience. Do not forget to share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. Let's get started.
Question 1. In which city are the High Court and Parliament House of Australia situated? Option A, Canberra. Option B, Melbourne. Option C, Sydney. Option D, Brisbane. The correct answer is Canberra. Explanation: Canberra is home to important national institutions such as Parliament House and the High Court of Australia. Question 2. What is the capital city of the Northern Territory? Option A, Sydney. Option B, Perth. Option C, Brisbane. Option D, Darwin. The correct answer is Darwin. Explanation: the Northern Territory has tropical areas in the north and red desert soil in the south. Most of its small population live in the capital city, Darwin, and along the main highway between Darwin and Alice Springs. Question 3. What is the background of the Commonwealth coat of arms? Option A, the gold Commonwealth star. Option B, the golden wattle flower. Option C, the Southern Cross star. Option D, the silver wattle flower. The correct answer is the golden wattle flower. Explanation: the background of the Commonwealth coat of arms is the golden wattle, Australia's national flower. Question 4. What does it mean to be a respectful Australian? Option A, treating people unfairly based on their background. Option B, treating all Australians fairly and equally, regardless of background or gender. Option C, only respecting those born in Australia. Option D, giving preferential treatment to certain groups. The correct answer is treating all Australians fairly and equally, regardless of background or gender. Explanation: Australians believe in peace, respect, freedom, and equality. An important part of being Australian is respecting other people's differences and choices, even if you don't agree with those choices. It means treating people fairly and giving all Australians equal opportunities and freedoms, regardless of their background or gender. Question 5. What are the usual colors of Australia's national sports team uniforms? Option A, gold and green. Option B, gold and white. Option C, gold and blue. Option D, gold and red. The correct answer is green and gold. Explanation: the uniforms of Australia's national sports teams are usually green and gold. Question 6. In a parliamentary democracy, who must answer to the people through elections for the decisions made? Option A, representatives. Option B, Queen. Option C, King. Option D, Governor General. The correct answer is representatives. Explanation: in a parliamentary democracy, the representatives in Parliament must answer to the people through elections for the decisions they make. Question 7. Which of these is the responsibility of local governments? Option A, railways. Option B, drains. Option C, health services and hospitals. Option D, forestry. The correct answer is drains. Explanation: local governments and the Australian Capital Territory government are responsible for drains. Question 8, which is an example of freedom of speech in Australia. Option A, men and women are treated equally in court. Option B, Australians are free to not follow a religion. Option C, people can peacefully protest against government decisions. Option D, freedom to travel anywhere in the country. The correct answer is people can peacefully protest against government decisions. Explanation: freedom of speech allows people to say and write what they think and to discuss their ideas with others. We are free to meet with people in public or private places for social or political discussion. We can criticize the government, peacefully protest against government decisions, and campaign to change laws. Question 9. What is a responsibility of Australian citizens aged 18 and over? Option A, carry a passport at all times. Option B, defend Australia should the need arise. Option C, avoid participating in local community services. Option D, disregard the law. The correct answer is defend Australia should the need arise. Explanation: as an Australian citizen, you must obey the law, vote in federal and state or territory elections and in a referendum, defend Australia should the need arise, serve on a jury if called to do so. Question 10. Which of these is a responsibility of local governments? Option A, social planning. Option B, foreign affairs. Option C, police. Option D, Air Force. The correct answer is social planning. Explanation: local governments and the Australian Capital Territory government are responsible for social planning. Question 11. What was the approximate population of Australia in 1901? Option A, 7 million. Option B, 8 million. Option C, 9 million. Option D, 4 million. The correct answer is 4 million. Explanation: in 1901, when the colonies were united into the Commonwealth of Australia, the population was counted at about 4 million people. This number did not include the Indigenous people. Question 12. How many important elements are there on the Australian Aboriginal flag? Option A, 12. Option B, 9. Option C, 8. Option D, 3. The correct answer is 3. Explanation: the Australian Aboriginal flag is black, red, and yellow. It has 3 important elements. Question 13. What is the background of the Commonwealth coat of arms? Option A, golden wattle. Option B, daffodils. Option A, opal. Option D, eucalyptus. The correct answer is golden wattle. Explanation: the Commonwealth coat of arms background is the golden wattle, Australia's national flower. Question 14. Which of these is a role of the Governor General? Option A, performs ceremonial duties. Option B, approves government appointments. Option C, signs regulations. Option D, all of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. Explanation: the Governor General signs all bills passed by the Australian Parliament into law, royal assent, signs regulations, performs ceremonial duties, approves the appointment of the Australian government and its ministers, federal judges, and other officials. Question 15. Who is the leader of a state government? Option A, Premier. Option B, Senator. Option C, Chief Minister. Option D, Mayor. The correct answer is Premier. Explanation: the leader of a state government is called the Premier. Question 16. Which statement about bribery in Australia is true? Option A, it is not a crime to bribe a police officer in Australia. Option B, it is a serious crime to bribe a police officer in Australia. Option C, bribery is acceptable in certain situations. Option D, bribery is only a minor offense. The correct answer is it is a serious crime to bribe a police officer in Australia. Explanation: it is a serious crime to bribe a police officer in Australia. It is a crime to even offer a bribe to a police officer. Question 17. What was the name given to the first 11 convict ships that arrived in Australia? Option A, 7 Fleet. Option B, First 11 Ships. Option C, First Fleet. Option D, 9 Fleet. The correct answer is First Fleet. Explanation: European settlement started when the first 11 convict ships, which became known as the First Fleet, arrived from Great Britain on 26 January 1788. Question 18. What does Australia's parliamentary democracy mean? Option A, the power comes from the Prime Minister. Option B, the power comes from the representatives. Option C, the power of the government comes from the Australian people. Option D, the power comes from the monarch. The correct answer is the power of the government comes from the Australian people. Explanation: Australia's system of government is a parliamentary democracy. This means that all Australians are involved in how the country is governed. The power of the government comes from the Australian people because Australian citizens regularly vote for people to represent them in Parliament. Question 19. Who overcame many problems in the first few years of European settlement? Option A, Captain Michael Rudd. Option B, Captain Arthur Phillip. Option C, Frank Cassidy. Option D, Matthew Flinders. The correct answer is Captain Arthur Phillip. Explanation: the first governor of the colony of New South Wales was Captain Arthur Phillip. He overcame many problems in the first few years of European settlement. Question 20. What spirit can we see in Australia? Option A, leadership. Option B, mateship. Option C, whistleblowing. Option D, individualism. The correct answer is mateship. Explanation: in Australia, there is a spirit of mateship. This means we help and receive help from each other in times of need.
Thanks for watching. We hope you answered all the questions correctly and this practice test helped you prepare for your Australian citizenship test. Remember to check out www.theaustraliantest.com for more free resources and practice tests. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more helpful content. Good luck on your journey to Australian citizenship.